There's so many benefits to training. Let me leave it with this. Leave me a comment and tell me what your #1 benefit is to training. I don't care how long you've been training, 2 days, 2 years, 20 years. Single it down to one primary benefit that you like the most from training and tell me about it.
Hey, what's up? This is Ryan checking in. Welcome to Winter Bulk Day 32. So this is a squat day. I'm doing a voiceover right now because when I film this right now, like right what you're looking at, I was not happy. I was feeling angry, feeling mad. My squats were feeling slow and heavy. And I talk about this later in the training chat, and I think after this first and second set sequence here, I start talking a little bit more, but you know, I just came out, the warm-ups felt heavy, just real heavy. And I was kind of in this mood that I didn't really feel like talking, so I didn't force myself to talk and do an intro. And I think that's good. I think it's just good to be real. You know, you can't always just like put on a show and feel like talking all the time. I don't really care if it's time to do a vlog or not. If it's not in my mind, I'm just not able to do it. And I'm not able to do it and feel good about it, I should say. I just can't be fake. And so you're never going to see me being fake. So I went through these first couple of squat sets just not in the greatest state of mind. But I ended up waking up the muscles, feeling better over time with it. And the lesson of this vlog, you know, it's you got to just get in there and you got to go through the motions sometimes and just move from one step to the next and just keep moving up the ladder, step, 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 step. And things start to click and things start to feel better. And that's exactly what I'm going through right here. You know, I did the warm-ups, they felt heavy. I did that first set, it just felt like things were moving in slow motion, and it shouldn't have been like that because I was just coming off a deload. For whatever reason, it was like that, and that happens from time to time. You know, I'm not going to get hung up on that in the long run, but in that moment, it was fucking with me. I'm not going to lie. It was just messing with me. And so yeah, here's another set. Let's just watch this together. So, you know, this isn't even heavy weight. Like 145, it's getting into these squats for a core lift, which I haven't done in a long time. I've been doing lunges. And my hip flexors just felt real tight. And I know I talk about that coming up here, but I had to say it in advance. My hip flexors felt so tight, almost painful. So something was going on. You know, I had a big flooring project earlier that day. I think that's a big part of it. But whatever the reason, like I said, it left me upset and I wasn't happy about it. So now I start talking more. Let's get into that part.
Man, I am not feeling this shit. I just got done with like a 5-hour flooring job in our entryway / kitchen. Hands and knees up and down for 5 hours. It was not fun at all. I hated it. Obviously, I'm glad I got it done. I'm glad my wife pushed me to do it. But it has crushed my energy and my drive for today. And of course, it's leg day. And man, I'm not looking forward to this AMRAP set. My reps started moving slow. My hip flexors are tight. It feels like my hip flexors have been in hibernation for like 100 years and they just woke up. Whoa, all right, let's just get this over with though. This is like this is some angry squatting right here. Just anger reps. I just want 2 more. That's all I want. Let me get out of this belt. Get that bar off my back. God damn. All right, so the key for today, days like this, I truly would rather be doing anything else. Days like this, though, you just got to take everything as a step. Keep moving forward, move to the next exercise, next warm-up, next working. Just stay in it. Force yourself to stay taking those forward steps, and before you know it, the workout's going to be over. That's exactly what's going to happen to me here. So first set, Romanian deadlifts, medium reps. Let's get this in. Yeah, I mean, everything feels about 20-30% heavier than it actually is today. It's okay. Ooh. I want to get this done. I'm going to get this done. All right, I got 1% left on the battery. I hope this set gets complete here. Why not add more weight, right? So I'm going heavier. Like I said, taking those steps. I'm getting this done. Trying to go over and above what my brain wants to do here. All right, another set of Romanians, 10 reps, smooth reps. I'm waking up a little bit. That's right. Looks like the battery lasted 2. Okay, 2 done. Let's keep moving. I said I want to get this done. I'm gonna get this fucking shit done. Okay, this should only feel better. Set number 3. I'm all warmed up. Like I said, I'm waking up. Muscles are coming alive. Oh, that'll do it, man. That'll do it. 2 down. Next thing to do is just do the next thing. Okay, this next exercise, this is just right today. This is kind of like torture. You know, I am adding more deficit to deficit lunges, so it's probably a 3.5 inch to 4 inch deficit. I'm going to be doing this on my platform, plus with one of the Rogue thicker 45-pound plates. And I did a warm-up with just the bar, and my hip flexors are really freaking tight. When I was down at the bottom, you know, I keep my torso pretty upright, so I get that hip flexor active stretch at the bottom, particularly in the deficit. But yeah, it's borderline painful at the hip flexors right now, but I'm going to keep getting that active stretch, and I'm guessing that by the maybe 2nd or 3rd set, they're going to feel a lot better. Because each exercise, usually when you do a full range of motion, it's a stretch too. It's an active stretch. All right, so medium reps, we're going 20 total steps here. Deficit barbell reverse lunges. Actually, it feels better after the warm-up already. Yeah, that right one in particular is extra tight. All right, pretty sure that's 18. There we go. I got something to say after that. I'm gonna wait until I catch my breath though. Okay, what I wanted to say, now that I've caught my breath, is that if you look back on the 6th rep on the last set, you see me come down and you see me kind of lose my balance a little bit, step off to the left and get stuck at the bottom for a second. Now that wasn't because my balance was off. That's because your nervous system learns movement patterns, like very specifically down to the inch. Because whenever I introduce the deficits for clients, they almost always do that same thing. You know, not necessarily on the 6th rep, but they do it because they're used to their knee hitting the floor at a certain point. Their brain, their nervous system, they know when that's coming. And then when it's expecting to find the bottom, but it's not there, it gets tricked a little bit. It gets thrown off. And that's exactly what happened to me. I've been doing dumbbell reverse deficit lunges with just the platform. But today I introduced an extra plate, so it's like an extra 1.5 inches. And that's why I said the nervous system learns movement patterns specifically down to, you know, clearly single inches. And I just wanted to say, you know, explain, that's exactly what happened there. It wasn't that I was off balance. It's that my nervous system was expecting my knee to hit the floor, but there was nothing there. It's like if you're in the dark and you take a step and there's nothing there, something's gonna happen. And you know, likely you're gonna fall if there's no step there, but you saw me kind of stumble, lose control for a second, and then regained it. And then it never happened again. So the nervous system also adapts very quickly, because now this set is gonna feel that much better, because I just gave my nervous system input on where the floor actually is, not where it's used to, where it actually is today. Okay, so I'm working my way to 20 steps here. Medium reps, 10 per side. Never forget, it's per side when you do unilateral leg work. Halfway. Okay, 4 left. All right, that was good. Moving on, moving along here. Here we go, number 3. It's crazy how just pushing through the toughness of a rough day in the beginning, it makes such a difference later in the day. You almost always come back and feel good. Man, I feel so much better now than I did 30 minutes ago. I was pissed off like 30 minutes ago, not happy. Ooh. Halfway. Four more. Man, these are considerably tougher than lunges either on the floor or even with less of a deficit. This shit hits hard. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's good to have those done. Okay, I think it's time for a training chat. I'm gonna 100% wing this thing. Let's one take it here. Today has got to be about making yourself get in the gym and just relying on the fact that those days that you don't want to get in the gym, those are the days that generally turn out great. Like they're super satisfying for one, because you did this thing that you just did not want to do. And nobody pushed you to do it, but you. So it was you, your work ethic, your willpower, your dedication to this goal of training and achieving things from the gym. All those things, you know, were your reason to just get up, keep taking that next step, and all of a sudden the workout's done and you feel great. You feel so good. I'm not even done with the workout yet, but I had to just connect with you with this training chat because I'm so glad to be done with the compound lifts. Man, the compound lifts hit me like a freight train today. And I got to admit, I was very like raging inside during those squats because those squats felt way too heavy. And I'm coming fresh off a deload. The last 2 days I've just been like amped, anxious to get into the gym, back to regular intensity. And then, you know, I had that job this morning, like 5 hours on my hands and knees, up and down some stairs. And now I'm kind of rushed, a little bit rushed, because I've got a very nice date tonight that I'm looking forward to with my wife, heading up to Mall of America. We're gonna go to a really nice Mexican restaurant. And so I'm pumped for the post-workout meal. Margaritas, tacos, enchiladas, probably chips and salsa, you know the drill. But yeah, so I was just like, it wasn't the ideal situation for me to get back to full intensity. And it showed. Those squats felt really tough. You know, I did grind out the reps, I made it happen. And that just circles back to what I'm talking about, willpower. A lot of people would have just said, no, I'm not doing this today. But I don't have a choice. You know, I do it for me, but I'm also literally doing it for you and anybody watching these vlogs because it's important to me. I'm gonna keep this going. I told myself I'm doing this solid and steady for a full year and we're gonna see what comes of it. And this is like what? Day 31, day 32, something like that. I didn't even do an intro today because I was just pissed, upset. So sorry about that, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. That's just being real here. But now I'm done with the compounds and I feel great. I feel proud of myself. That's the feeling that I'm trying to get you to have, because you need to just tell yourself that you don't have a choice. This is something that you signed up to do, and even though there's nobody there like on your back, you know, just whipping you to get into the gym, you got to be that person. Like, you have to push yourself to make those moves and do that, and you're going to feel better. So I'm about to hit up leg extensions. I'm about to hit up some face pulls, get that upper back work going, and then I'm going to finish up with some hanging leg raises. And I'm going to leave the calf raises to another day. And I can just tell you, you know, I'm going to feel amazing walking out of here. That's my repetitive message for this training chat. When you don't feel like doing something, when you don't feel like lifting the weight and getting in the gym, walking through those gym doors and putting in the work, that's when you need to make sure that you do it. You don't give yourself a choice. You keep it a priority. You make it fucking happen, and you are going to feel so good inside and out. There's so many benefits to training. Let me leave it with this. Leave me a comment and tell me what your #1 benefit is to training. I don't care how long you've been training, 2 days, 2 years, 20 years. Single it down to one primary benefit that you like the most from training and tell me about it. All right, I'm getting back into it. That's a long enough rest period. I hope you enjoyed this training chat.